Hello there! Like I said in my last video, I'm pretty sure I said this, I don't remember, but anyways, this is my new map. I don't have a name for it yet, so I can't really say welcome to this map, because I don't have a name for it, because, what I plan on doing is, I plan on making this kind of like a, standalone game, where, as an example, probably like Call of Duty, where you have several different maps, you have different game types, and you choose your game type, you choose your map, and then you play. And eventually, I kind of want it to grow into that, which is why here I kind of have these signs here. These are coming soon. These are just objectives. Right now, I have elimination and deathmatch, and the reason those are labeled is because that's the portion of the game that I'm working on first. Just because they're going to be sharing the same maps or map. To start out with, I'm only going to have one map for each objective except for these two, because they're both really similar in style. In fact, they're pretty much the same exact thing. The only difference is there's a time limit and a score on this one, and there's no time limit, and it's pretty much the last person remaining wins. So they're pretty much the same thing. The only difference is this one has respawn and stuff, but like map-wise, they could pretty much just play on the same map. And the reason why I say they're pretty much the same thing, because over here I'm probably going to have King of the Hill, which is entirely, comparatively to those, it's entirely different objective-wise, and this one, I'm still thinking. I will come up with something super amazing for that. I'm thinking some kind of variation of capture the flag. Some kind of variation of that. I'm still trying to figure out how I want that to work. So, yeah, I've got that going on. Over here, a lot of this has been me kind of just getting this spawn platform kind of built and mapped out. And a lot of the redstone I've done, I'll show you. It's just kind of, I have circuits in place, but as far as the actual command blocks, they don't really do anything. I have some that say stuff like up here. Stop flying, fool. Okay. Where it says blue team ready, blue team not ready. So I've got some of that, but as far as actually getting the command blocks to work, I haven't done any of that because I'm gonna be moving this into a new world, which is just where it's all going to be void. Yeah, this one I just kind of opened a flatland and started building. I'm going to be moving this in MC Edit to a void world, which is why I didn't want to start doing the command blocks yet, because a lot of the command blocks are related to scoreboard, and they're world specific. So if I move this into a new world, I'd have to go back through scoreboard, remake all the objectives, reset everything anyways. So I'm just going to wait until I do that before I do that. Well, that'll probably be in the next one. After I do a lot of that work, I'll be able to show you a lot more stuff and how all this is really going to work. Right now I'm just going to kind of go over what I plan on doing, which I kind of started to do with the objectives. And like I said, I'm planning on this being a standalone game, pretty much, where you'll go, you'll play, you'll come back, and you'll come back, and I'm gonna call this the lobby. You'll come back into the lobby, you can pick a new objective, and I'm gonna have it where if you don't pick a new objective, you're just gonna play the same one that you selected previously, so you don't have to keep going back and pressing it over and over again. And something else I plan on doing is when a team is disabled. Oh yeah, I don't know if I pointed that out when I was over here. I'm gonna have the ability to manually enable and disable a team, which is going to be really awesome. Yeah, so when a team is disabled, when you disable a team, I'm plan on letting you know it's disabled by turning these lights off, which I think is going to be awesome. It's going to look great. As far as the look, I don't know how I like the look of this so far. I like that. I like how you have the join gate here, and you have like the little waiting room on top of it. I really like that, but I don't know about like the rest of this. I also like this little lighting thing too. It kind of helps light the place up, and I think it kind of looks really cool, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about the little fountain things. I don't know about how I feel about the fire. I might actually get rid of the fire because I'm gonna have a lot of redstone clocks going. Well, I plan on having a lot of clocks going just because how the redstone is gonna work with all the test 4 blocks making this work. So I might give it that to help reduce lag. I don't know. It depends on whenever I actually test this to see how bad lag is. If it's really bad, then I'm probably gonna have to rethink some stuff. But if it's not, then that's cool. So, is that everything I wanted to show? Yeah. Oh, before, yeah, this. So I'm gonna go through this, my thinking process. I'm still thinking this through, and there's a lot of stuff I'm thinking through. This is kind of one of those things where I'll kind of come back to it, probably. Well, I'm gonna have to come back to it, but I'm thinking right now, when a team is ready. Right now, let me show you. The blue team's ready, so this goes up, and it's just a piston, nothing fancy schmancy about it, and to leave a team when you're on here, because I think that's probably one of the things on the last map, that my previous map, that I didn't really like, is that you couldn't leave a team after you joined it. So here you can actually leave the blue team if you don't want to be on blue team anymore, and you just maybe want to spectate, because I am gonna have a spectate mode, and that's gonna kind of be automatic, where anyone not on the team is just gonna automatically be placed into spectator. And so to leave, you would just go through here, but when a team is ready, that's gonna go up, so you can't leave, because my thinking is, if a team is ready, then you shouldn't be leaving the team if your team's ready, because you're ready to play. You're not ready to get out. And, just to make sure no one accidentally gets bumped into that, or someone accidentally walks into there as the game gets started and stuff, and I don't want that. But I think I'm gonna allow it the inverse to be true, where if this team's ready, people could still run in and join it, even if it's, as long as there's at least one team that's not ready. So I think I'm gonna keep the inverse of this true and keep this true. I'm still kind of thinking about that, and I'm doing that just kind of as an ease of access type thing, where you're pushing the button, get ready, and someone comes on as teams are pushing buttons, and they're like, oh, hold on, wait, let me join a team real quick, and then because they want to get in, so they can just hop on a team without being too picky about which one. So, still thinking about that. And I think that's probably everything. I'm gonna probably bring the team randomizer back. No, actually, I am gonna bring the team randomizer back. And what I'm gonna do with the team randomizer this time around is that when you disable and enable teams, it's actually gonna skip those teams in the I'm gonna have it be able to skip over them pretty much, because how the old one was I wasn't able to do that with the old one. So if you only want to play with 2 teams, you leave the 2 teams you want to play on, and it'll randomly sort people into just those 2 teams, which is great. Then the reset hunger thing I had, I'm gonna bring that back because I think that was a really nice touch. And game customization, not gonna be as in depth, I think, as it was. And by that I mean I don't think I'm gonna let you turn mobs on and off. That's really low on my priority list. I'm trying to just get enough done where I can release this when 1.8 comes out. And I'm really hoping I have something, even if it's just those 2 game types right there. Yeah. And I haven't even gotten into what happens after the game starts. You know, the whole process of when they get their gear, how they get to the map. If I'm gonna put a map selection in, do I do that up there in the waiting room, or do I have them get teleported to a room where they get their gear, vote on a map, and then get teleported after everyone votes? I don't know. I haven't thought that through yet. Like I said, I'm just trying to get enough done where it's playable, where it's just kind of playable, and you know the basics work. All that stuff is just kind of purifying, you know, adding fancy features and all that stuff. So that's all gonna come much later in this series of videos. So that's it. Those are my plans. It's a good start. I need something to call this, so I think instead of just calling it my awesome, amazing, spectacular new map, I'm gonna call it let's call this Bob. No, we'll call it Project W. Yeah, we'll call it Project Bob. Why not? Project Bob. So, I'm going to keep working on Project Bob, and if anyone's wondering why I chose Bob, it's just a random name that popped in my mind. You know, I figured why not. So, Project Bob, I'm going to keep working on it, and whenever I make more progress, and not just like a little tiny bit, when I make a significant amount of progress, and I actually have some new stuff to show you, I will be putting up another video. And like I said, and the next video should be up relatively quickly, since I'm going to be working hard and fast to get this done before 1.8, because I don't know when 1.8 is going to come out, and that's just a goal of mine to kind of keep me on track, and I'm going to try and meet that goal. So the next one should probably be out maybe in a week or so, depending on how fast I get stuff done working. So I will see you guys in that next video.